All right, and we are live. Iron Lords Podcast, lordsofgaming.net, Lord Cognito, Lord Addict here in the realm of Summer Games Fest, and yet another BCD behind closed doors look at the Outer Worlds 2, Obsidian's latest and new one at the developer director. So, Addict, let's start with you. Let's get that impressions of the developer director of you seeing it, and then have that extended look while we at the Xbox community event.
The Outer Worlds 2 looks exactly what I wanted from them, and what I expected from them is to take the foundation of the Outer Worlds, expand on it, build what was better, throw stuff away that you don't necessarily need that people didn't like, and just make a good RPG. And a lot of the things that I saw on there, it was just like, I want it. Like,
Talk to me. What you saw, you want.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I was little on my feelings, and
What you
can't get to play the Outer World.
Seems to be the theme of these BCDs, Xbox. We need to get Iron Lords podcast.
Yeah, because I just saying Xbox.
Just saying Xbox.
This would be a better video if I played it.
You'd get. I'm just saying, it's more Lord.
Because then now we have to do this interview stuff. We couldn't just be talking about what we played. But I'm just going out there with you.
Fair enough. What were some of the things from a hardcore RPG? Me and you, the hardcore RPG.
I want to know. First off, tell me the way things went. Okay. Tell me how you played it, and tell me the environment.
All right, so pretty much again, shout out to them, the main dev and I believe the creative director on the project. And the first thing, they had 3 saves. They had like 3 different builds you could pick from. I believe one was a speech build, one was a stealth build. I think the other one was a combat. I went with the speech build just to see. We always go. You know how we do. Speech build gang.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
remember in
saying?
Fallout New Vegas, you could beat the whole game without shooting one person.
Yeah. So the thing I noticed off the back, I had 2 companions. This dude, King, he's like a Judge Dredd kind of character with a Destro look, and he's all about bringing justice to everything. Like he's very vocal about that. He has some sick companion ability. Now the thing you're gonna like is you press, if you hold left or the direction, or you hold right or the direction, that represents each companion on your side. Okay. So you hold that, then it kind of switched out to a third person view, and you see the man getting the mix. You're going busy.
Did they bring the ultimates back?
I believe the ultimates are back, but I don't want to confirm all the way.
You didn't see one, but you believe they are.
I believe they're there, but I don't want to confirm officially until Obsidian gives us the word. But the thing I liked is the AI gets in the mix. It's no dumb AI. They're in there, and they're commenting. They're telling you about what's going on in the world.
So it feels like improved AI from the Outer Worlds one.
Big time, big time. The other thing you're going to think is interesting is you go into situations. First of all, the glow up the game is the art style is beautiful. The colors pop. The engine is smooth as hell. The movement, we got a double jump now when we're moving around.
Every class or just specific people?
I can only comment on the character they gave me and the build they gave me. I was able to double jump, and I'm moving and grooving around in the game.
What you're saying is you can't double jump with some kind of build.
With some kind of build.
Every build.
I don't know what build
but you can't double jump. Now, maybe it's a perk.
Now, I ain't going to hold you, Obsidian. This is why I thought y'all was lying. In an older like preview event, when they first showed the game, they were like, we looked at our gunplay and we improved it, and we were inspired by things like Destiny. So in my mind, we all Destiny has like, that's a big, word throwing you now.
Did they compare straight to Destiny?
They said we were inspired by Destiny's gun mechanics.
You know how I kind of knew they did that though when we saw that thing with the other outlet where they threw it, they froze time.
Oh yeah. So we remember
because that shows that you did think outside the box when it comes to
So
combat.
as far as sandbox and all that, no doubt. But it's one thing to say sandbox, but it's another to say our gunplay is inspired by that, because few can reach the levels of Bungie, and that's I ain't gonna hold you. I had it. First, I had this big turret gun, right, that I rev up.
Is it the one that was in the trailer?
It looked limited, but this one was in front.
Okay.
He rev up, and he just be lightning and shocking people from a distance.
Is that what you look like
when you did it? They'd be like this.
Is that what you look like?
Yeah, you look like this. Shut up. And then, pause. So then,
play the game?
I'm just saying that you doing this, they doing this. And then they got whatever.
I feel like you was doing that.
Shut up. And whatever element you hit them with, like the lightning was over their head, and it was filling up. And then they either explode into the element that you do it, bro. It is crazy the amount. So they got elementals where it's like you could freeze them. You could, depending on the weapon element you using, You could do that to the enemy, and then they build up, and they can have effects after. They can affect other things. The creativity in the box is dope. The way the guns feel is. I had some joint. It was a shotgun. It was like an ice shotgun. Boom. Remember that gun from the raid in Vile Disciple?
Yeah.
In Destiny, with one shot and it'd be freezing them in place? It do that. It freezing enemies. I had.
How long did they freeze?
For about a 2-second gap.
Now, if you shot the ice, would it break automatically? Would it chip off, or would the whole ice break?
It felt like the whole ice break, if I can remember. And it did mad damage. So what they try to do is they want you to synergize with enemy weaknesses, do combos. Then I had some joints with a sniper rifle, picking people's head off. The gunplay. Then I was fighting some joints where the enemies put up turrets. And I don't know what I did with the sniper, but I don't know if it's like a precise shot. You know that game Sniper, when you shoot somebody and the bullet goes slow, and then boom. It had one of that joint where I disabled the turret.
A lot of these type of games have that.
Yeah.
Question when it comes to what kind of weapons did you use besides that? Was that pretty much it? Did you use any melee weapons?
They had one, but all right, this is my little nitpick. They had like a mace joint. I used it, but see, my thing is I wasn't using the melee weapons enough because I was getting infatuated with the other weapons. So I was trying to use the melees to do the sneak up from behind. Now, this is one little criticism. I don't know how you, because me and you kind of feel this way.
No, I know where you're going.
You know I'm going.
I agree with
this.
that.
I did not like this part. This is the only little feedback. I did ask them this question because everybody was scared. And I'm not going to ask you because I need to know. So when
we asked what our audience
exactly, I got to ask you. So basically, you got your sneaking around, right? Stealth build. Enemies, if they see you, they see the little meter. And right now, I will say the awareness is fast. You can't be like down the block. They act like they see you. No, the meter will fill up quick, so you better hide, right? All right, cool. But the thing that was interesting is when they didn't see me, I was behind them. I'm waiting. All right, where's the get them? You know, the animation, stealth kill, automatic.
Snap his neck or something.
Nah, he got the right. You do the. No, it wasn't. It was just the.
No, it was the nice animation.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. And I was like, what? And I said, yo, what's up with that? And he was like, look, we do not have that animation. Now he gave a good technical reason, even though I didn't like it. He gave a good technical reason. He was like, look, we are doing it based on your build. We don't want you running around one hitting everybody. Based on your build and what the enemy is and what you are, you have the ability with some builds to one-hit knock out some people, but it's not going to be a pre-canned animation. So I was like,
I feel like that is a good excuse, but if you're behind someone and you're definitely going to kill them with your stats, you should grab that.
That's what I say. So that's just my little.
But we're not developers.
Yeah, we're not developers. I'm just saying. So, but what I will say, they popping off on this skill tree.
Did you take a good look at it?
I took some photos. I got some
B-roll. Is the skill tree different than the traits?
Oh, by the way, I got some B-roll. We should be putting this up. But get to you.
Is the skill tree different than the traits?
Yeah, I believe so. And also the companions have their own little joint going on too, and you could kind of lean into a place.
Could you customize the companions? Could you go
as far as
could I snatch a weapon from one of them if I wanted to?
Didn't test.
Okay.
Didn't test. Good question. But in the footage that hopefully we'll be having right now going in the background of B-roll, I tried my best to give you menu options so you can see.
I will try my best to give you B-roll.
You know how I do. You know how I do. But anyway, so look, I will say that was really impressive. The thing that I also thought was interesting that I never really see a game really do is like, I'm going to call it minion AI. So there was this thing where I was breaking into a lab and I was convincing someone to do something for me. And they were like, all right, go ahead, but you're going to go fight them dudes over there yourself. I'm just helping you to the side, but I'm not involved. Go do that, right? So I went over there to go handle some people that was doing evil stuff with scientists. So I go over there. Now, the scientists that's working with the evil enemies, the enemies are coming at you. They are shooting, they're strafing. If you beat the enemies, the scientists are like, yo, fam, I don't want the smoke. They like this. You got the option to still murder them.
So that's a question when it comes to dialogue. First off, my one question is, what kind of dialogue you had? And my second question is, was the voice acting good? Did it lip sync good?
Yeah, faces look good. I would say step up over Avowed. Nitpick, they still ain't at that level with hair yet. Face is better.
What about the black man?
Black man. Now we passed black man test.
Okay, so you passed the black test.
Black man test was good. I saw black man test. I was good. But as far as King knows what I'm talking about. It's like everything looked kind of together with some certain people's hair, certain things like that. But other than that, I felt it's a glow up though, face wise and lip sync wise. And I will say that world is the most beautiful, vibrant, light sourcing, shading, colors popping, and it's smooth. When you're running down a hallway 60 frames per second, it's smooth. Obviously, in the build I had, the third person mode wasn't active, but when I was doing companion abilities, for whatever reason, it did activate. I don't know if that's part of the cinematic flair of you watching your companions, and I saw my suit, I saw how I'm dripped out. It looked dope. To your question with the dialogue, multiple dialogue choices. When I saw the speech build, I seen specific things that if I had abilities
Certain
or
skills,
things would have opened up, and it will tell you, yo, you don't got this, and this is why you can't see that.
So you can see it, but it won't be highlighted.
Correct, correct. So I got that. And yeah, you know, I did ask the devs from a lore standpoint, like, look, we loved Outer Worlds 1, you know, damn, did we get Pavardi, remember Vika Matt?
Is there any Easter eggs from the original?
The only Easter egg they mentioned was the character, I guess, Amos, but basically the way he said is like, Outer Worlds is kind of like a universe. So what we played in the first was going on in subsection, whatever, this going on over here, yeah. That's hot, that's the vibe. Galaxy. Yeah, but we still got the corporate foolishness, the jokes, the humor, and the hilarious clapbacks in your dialogue to them. Like, well, what you mean? If I tell you to do it, you're going to do it. Like, it's just some of the stuff you will laugh out loud reading, and they're leading into the humor without being too wacky. But very impressed. Got to play about a 20, 30-minute demo. And, you know, very contained section where I had to kind of go up into this base, this laboratory, do some things with experiment. Oh, platforming. There was this thing where it was just like this science weapon, and I did something to activate it, and then it generated platforms in midair, and I'm platforming and scaling a wall.
You can make your own cover, kind of.
Well, I don't want to say cover,
but I can shoot through it, or can you jump on it?
Yes, I was able to
shoot through it.
In that section, there wasn't no enemy combat, but it was platforming that looked dope, that was on the fly, that was created based on this event. And I thought that was really dope in the world, and it showcased the engine. I was like, oh, this is really good. But yeah, my early impressions are strong. I mean, they're very confident. They're feeling like they got one of those. We'll see if they land the story. They'll see if, you know, any little nitpicks with AI and stuff like that. We'll see, but you know, how they get closer to the build. But it was really impressive, I have to admit.
Iron seal of approval.
Iron seal of approval, early builds, Outer Worlds 2. The Lord's got a chance to go check that out. Shout out to Obsidian, shout out to Xbox, and we out.
Next time, invite us all.